30 days ago. Obvious improvements.
I will tell everyone, when I joined the staff at the City of River Oaks in 2014, the substandard list was like 15 to 18 properties long. And for us to be down to 3 properties and all of those making progress, I think it speaks to our substandard program, and the town have learned to adapt to the city's expectations on keeping your property up.
And Chief Sean, would you remind me of how the reporting changed and it's now coming through you?
With Steve's move full-time to the fire department, in the past, we've been paying him overtime to come to the city council meetings to handle this. And it made sense to us, and we felt like it was fiscally responsible to handle it this way. Steve and I are actually working on redeveloping this report so it'll be more of a table format where you'll be able to actually see in written form the progress of each property, and we'll be able to track it on a spreadsheet a little more accurately than just a narrative.
But is he able to do his inspections while he's on shift?
He's working 24 hours a week doing building inspections, so he's working 3 full days a week. We have agreed that he can do things in an emergency situation if need be, that we can pull him off the truck and do that if we had to. It's not the intent to do that every time he's on duty, but if there were an emergency situation that we needed that, then we could do that.
But it's built into not, but that was my concern, was making sure we didn't have to pull him off when we took him on shift. So it's set up to accommodate both positions.
That's correct, yes, sir. He's putting in full days, 3 days a week. I have had multiple conversations with him since the 1st of October, and he has become more organized, and he's very scheduled out. Melanie works with him very well to get his inspections scheduled on his inspector days, and I know there are other members of city staff that have stepped in a pinch and helped out with some inspections as needed, and I think the team is working very well together.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
All right, appreciate it. We'll move on to monthly reports. Is there any of the department heads have anything else to bring us on the reports, or are there any other questions from council towards the department heads on the report?
Wanted to share with you just a couple of things from the fire department. Last week, the members of B shift, which includes Steve, were able to be involved in the delivery of a baby here in town. So we'll be bringing them forward in December to a council meeting and restored pins and recognize them for a job well done. It's not something that happens very often in your career, and it's a pretty neat thing, especially given some of the youth in our department. I think they were a little shocked at the whole complex situation. The other thing I wanted to let you know is we've now experienced our first fire in the city of Fort Worth that we were first due at. There was a working fire in a mobile home off of Meandering Road down near the base entrance on Sunday afternoon. Our guys arrived on the scene, stretched a hose off the truck, and were beginning to attack the fire when the first Fort Worth units got there. They were very complimentary of the hard work you guys put in, and I would just tell you that mutual aid agreement has been working seamlessly now.
That's great, thank you. Anything else on the monthly reports? Jordan, you got anything? Jordan, you got anything? I don't know if he can hear you.
He's muted.
He's muted.
He's put his hand up.
There.
Yeah.
His finger's working.
Did that come in, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm sorry, I apologize for this, I'm on internet, and I'm having to do this off cell phone. Just thankful to be able to be speaking at this meeting, for those that don't know, my wife and I have been spoken for well over 2 weeks now, and we are just waiting our test results before we can get back to work. So I'm very thankful, for everyone that assisted and kept Public Works moving as it has. And, for that, I believe Mr. Gregory put out a notice that we did receive our first garbage truck in, and staff is, getting it, prepped and ready, to put it on the ground running next week.
What will be the theme of the truck this year?
We have no theme for it yet, we're just putting it on the door side. On that, we're waiting on, if council wants to make a decision, to use the sides of it for a running billboard, or what they'd like to put on it.
Thank you, Gordon. EMC, James Myrick has come on up, so James, what do you have for us?
First of all, I want to say I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving. I know it's going to be considerably different than what it's been in many, many years. So I hope the outcome comes out. I hope everybody's listened and is willing to try to help one another get by this. I'll just speak briefly. Within the last week, we have increased over 51% in our city on COVID. We now have over 120 people, our family members, which that's what happens a lot of times. You get multiple people in the same house, and it spreads. So one day we'll know there's one, the next day there's three. So, but that's where we are in it. The scientists are saying that probably in the next 2 weeks, we're really gonna feel and see a lot more. So I'll just leave it for that. If anybody's got any questions, it's pretty spectacular when you double the amount of people which is under quarantine in their homes in a week. If they can do that then, what's to stop it from doing it 2 weeks from now? If anybody's got any questions?
James, they've been talking about these vaccines, and they're going to specific groups first.
Right.
Is that gonna include our fire and police?
Yes, it will.
So they'd be the first run.
If they so want to take it. Yeah, if they so want to take it right now, there's 52% that's not really committed.
Yeah.
But it's early in the game, so I'm not putting anybody over.
It hasn't been released yet, so it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Glad to hear we're on the list.
Yeah, and then shortly after that, then senior citizens like Marvin and I, we'll get that chance, but,
And the junior high kids are last.
yeah, pretty well. But anyway, I hope you do have good Thursday.
Thank you. Thank you for everything, Dan.
Bet.
All right, we'll move to item number 29, which is council member questions, comments, and announcements. Let me start with, Dan. Dan, do you have anything?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay. Steve?
Well,
John?
nice to almost get back to normal. We have a little bit of a full house at the council. Appreciate it. Hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving. That's all I got.
Jolie?
No, not today. I'm glad that I'm here, and it's good to be here, and I'm glad that, this is working out, and I also hope that everybody has a good Thanksgiving, and, I can't wait for the next week.
Glad you're here too.
Thank
Sarah?
you.
Thank you.
No, everybody be safe. It's good to have Yogi on board.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming on.
And, all I have, as has been said, hope everybody has a safe and happy Thanksgiving, and, thank the audience for being here and those that are online, as well as thank staff for everything that they do. They work tirelessly, and we do appreciate it. Paul is even here, wounded tonight with his hand, so, we're appreciative of all staff, and I'm appreciative of, all the council, and look forward